So a while ago, had a chat with Dave K. Piper about his particular style of shooting, how he goes about things, and he was talking about going that extra mile. So he made me get up ridiculously early in the morning, and I want to know why. Dave, come and talk to me. Why did you make me get up so early in the morning?
It's beautiful sunshine, Mike.
It is gorgeous, isn't it? We've got the most stunningly beautiful morning down here, haven't we?
Yeah.
Okay, so come on then, 4 o'clock start in the morning. We're now, what, 5:15?
6 o'clock.
It's late.
6 o'clock. We should have been going.
Yeah, I know. So come on then, tell me your thoughts. Just talk me through, just point what you're thinking.
Well, first things, we're up really early, as you mentioned, and basically what that's given us is a really low sun, which is still really nice, and also no people. We're here on a beach. It is August, isn't it?
It is.
We're filming this. Not sure why people are going to be watching it.
I don't know, it doesn't matter.
Probably in the winter.
Yeah, it's okay. So we're out early, we've got the low light, we've got a deserted beach. Now, lots of people are going to say, yeah, but you shouldn't be photographing people in direct sunlight.
That's a good point. A good point. But you're doing this here.
Yeah. Come on, answer the question.
Basically, the way I'm going to do this is, I'm not sure if people can see, but we've got some beautifully harsh shadows that are hitting, and that's exactly what I want. But I do have a little bit of a flash just to kind of fill in with the face and a bit of the dress detail and stuff.
Okay.
But it's this exact, when you have a bright, low sun, it gives you tremendous amounts of little details like these shadows, and this is exactly what we're gonna go for today.
And contrast and colour, and we're looking for impact.
Well, you say colour, but I'm shooting in black and white and everything, but that's still going to look good because
there's always one, isn't there?
All of the different tones in the different blues and woods and stuff, they're all going to look a little bit different.
Yeah, and those shadows, of course, are going to give that black and white punch, aren't they?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Steph, meet our lovely model, Steph. Hello, Steph.
Hi.
Dave's girlfriend, Steph. So that's cool. Thank you for coming out and playing. Go on then, guys. You carry on getting yourself set up, and I'll be with you in a tick. All right. Right, guys. So what we're going to do? We haven't got a camera operator here this time, so I'm going to be your camera operator. I'm going to ask Dave a few questions, but I'm just going to film Dave whilst he's photographing Steph. Go through his ideas, why he's doing it, because it's an insight into a world that I don't know that well. I've never worked in the fashion industry whatsoever.
Let's see if we can keep this.
So, without further ado, let's see what they're up to.
Just come forward a little bit. Okay.
So a lot of this is about directing your model as well?
Very, very much so. Very, very much so. I mean, the whole style of the picture is a kind of more of a created image rather than someone just casually walking along. So the direction is quite... I spend more time kind of adjusting my surroundings than I do taking pictures.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay, well this looks quite good though. Okay. Here we go. That looks perfect. Just kind of come forward a little bit. I don't want you off the step though. No? No. Just stay just kind of awkwardly close, and then take another step to your left for me. There we go. Okay. That's pretty cool.
And so when doing a shoot like this, Dave, do you sort of like to do some, warm-up shots to begin with?
Yeah. It's always good to have a play around because I guess I turn up with an image in my head, but something may appear on the day, so it's kind of a balance of the two, of turning up with something that you want to go for, getting that safe shot, and then kind of playing, definitely.
Now I notice you're using a flash, Dave.
In this instance, it's just going to be easier than using a reflector because I've got a bright sun coming from one side. I am looking for the shadows, but I'm still looking for a little bit of fill detail. It just means I can shoot at a more appropriate f-stop to make sure I've got lots of detail, but still a little bit of something in the dark highlights.
I notice you're using a couple of ND grads, which is usually considered to be the province of a landscape photographer.
Yeah, I guess so. In this instance, I'm using grads on my matte box to basically give me a little bit more control, so I can kind of vignette my pictures as I go, I guess. It's a little bit of a habit that I find it's quite a good habit. On the top I have a hard filter, and on the bottom I have a soft filter, so I can actually give myself kind of vignettes as I go. This is what's letting me bring my sky down and building a nice little vignette at the bottom. All of these pictures are going to have that kind of bit of a vintage noir feel, so those kind of heavy shadows are kind of helped and encouraged by the ND filters, really.
Got it. Could you not do that in Lightroom?
I have an image in my head of what I'm trying to shoot, so this gets me as close to that as possible. The other thing as well is, if you're actually using ND filters properly, you can actually play around with your f-stops a little bit as well, and it's just that little bit of more of a dynamic shot that I can build right in the camera, which speeds up my editing time.
Yeah, yeah.
Digital filters are great, but they work in a little bit of a different way. Here I'm adjusting the light into the camera, and for me that's what photography is about, permanently adjusting the light and what you capture. There is a huge big cloud just passing. But, do you know what, this would look good though if you were in front with that cloud behind. Let's just do that quick.
So you're going to use the flash as a fill?
Yeah, just a little bit of fill detail. Kind of guessing my settings a little bit here. Let's take a picture and see where we fall. Okay. Yeah, there we go.
A lot of photographers are quite scared to shoot straight into the light. It's something which I really enjoy doing.
Definitely. This is what helps with these ND filters. I can just kill that sun straight out by just rotating and just bringing my grad filter in, which is quite good. And that's something that you can't do in Photoshop that well. What I'm going to do quite carefully here is I'm going to stand in the shadow just so I don't get that much flare.
Okay, so basically what you're saying, Dave, is you're using Steph as a lens hood.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
But these are all the sorts of things that photographers need to be thinking about and looking out for. How can I keep flare to a minimum? How can I stop it hitting my lens? So by getting yourself into the shade of the model, there's a great way of doing it.
Awesome. Just keep your whole body nice and straight. Just let your arms kind of out. Just drop your arm down. There you go. Love that. Perfect.
Something which I notice, almost every time there's a subtle little click, I see you move, Steph.
I tried to change it up as much as possible, but keeping within Dave's restrictions, because he has the image in his mind and he directs to the inch. If there's a strand of hair out of place, he's usually telling you to flick it out the way.
Yeah, absolutely. But I mean, this is like your experience as a model coming through. You kind of hear the noise and then do something slightly different, alter it. Just a tiny muscle movement.
Yeah, it depends on the level of photographer I'm working with. When people don't know what image they want, I will give them as many poses as I possibly can until they find something they like and they say, "Oh, do that one again," or "Can you just change your hand," or "Can you just do this?" Whereas with Dave, he tells me exactly what he wants and I'll do it, and then I'll change it ever so slightly until he finds something that he likes.
Yeah.
Talk us through your kit. What are you using?
Today I've been using the Fuji X Pro 1 and the XT1. These are the two cameras that I'm going to be kind of changing between. The idea of using two cameras outside on a beach, so I'm not changing between the lenses. This is the. Sorry, I'll take my hand out of it. This is the 1655 2.8 constant. Beautiful lens. Today mostly going to be shooting very wide open. When I come in to do some closer shots for hats and stuff, we're going to be using the 56mm. This is the APD version of the 56mm lens.
So that's a yellow X Pro 1.
Yes, yeah, it's my beautiful yellow. They call it lizard yellow, apparently. I just love it. I think it looks great. It's interesting. This camera certainly does get people's attention. It's great for photographing portraits, I find, because it's a little bit different. When you take this out your bag, people aren't really expecting it, so you can kind of sometimes get that, "Are you really going to photograph me with a yellow camera?" kind of look. It's quite a fun camera to use. It's my little pride and joy. This, but then this is the little workhorse. This is the XT1, and they both have the hand grips on, just to kind of make them a little bit more firm in my hand. Beautiful cameras.
I love them. I mean, I love my XT1. Okay, what else have you got? Other lenses? Are you going to be swapping lenses around, do you think? What are you thinking?
I brought with me a kind of a little bit of a selection. I'll just come out to the sun a little bit so we can see. The 35mm, the 60mm. If I was going to do any macro shots of lips or hair coming across face, that's brilliant for that. I also brought with me the absolutely incredible 50-140. This lens is incredible. No doubt this will make an appearance at some point during the day, maybe for a full length shot where I want some nice compression, so I'll kind of come back and zoom in, kind of compress the background. So they're the kind of main lenses that I'll be shooting with today.
That's a fine lineup. Now you've also got flash.
Yes, so to balance out the sun today, and again to make sure we have the details, we've had bits of jewellery. I'm a big fan of the cactus flashes. They're just really, really nice. This one actually.
A cactus flash?
Yeah, let me just
Did he say?
unscrew it. It may look a bit weird because it actually has a lighting mount on the side, which is actually quite handy. That's why it was that way. But that might look more regular. And then this little thing is the round flash adapter. So that's the thing. Has a trigger that goes on the top, but which is more exciting. Let me show you the round flash quick. You're a biker, you'll know this. Size matters. For everything, including how much your gear weighs, you know.
So hang on, before you go much further, talking about the flash, when you're working with the flash, how do you meter it? How do you measure the flash? How do you balance it with the available light? I turn it on, take a picture and see what it looks like. No, I basically take a landscape picture. I meter for the background, and then for today I'm basically just kind of those little highlights, those little catch lights in the eyes, little bits of fill detail. So I'm kind of really just minutely adding flash. It's not a major. Yeah, but how
element.
do you set it out? How do you meter, or are you just kind of like putting the flash there and then moving it backwards and forwards until you get it looking how you want it?
Pretty much. I don't think I've ever used a flash on TTL. I'm fully manual. Stick it on top. The actual trigger, wherever it may be, and I've put it away somewhere. Here it is. These cactus flashes are really good because they're fully remote controlled. So basically I stick this on the top, and with my thumb I just go right and it kind of brightens the flash up, and I go left and it darkens it down. So I just stick it on top. It's all, you know, all syncs together. So in my head I'm just kind of, it's just like another shutter speed or compensation dial. Brighter that way, darker that way.
Gotcha, so that's perfect. So that kind of eliminates the need for all metering and all that messing around.
Yeah,
You're just shooting, looking in the back of the camera and going, I want a bit more fill light, and you just dial it in.
Just move it to the right. But it's really good. Say if I had 4 cactus flashes, I can set them all up and I can change the power of them all individually, all from the actual device. It's pretty cool. You have like A, B, C, D on the side. You just click it and you rotate it left or right. And
Let me just see if I can get in on it a bit. And
there we go. But yeah, I'm not sure if you can tell on the bottom it has a little LCD display. You roll to go brighter and you can see the number change, and then you go left and it, you know, darkens it down. I literally just pop it on and off I go. I meter for the image and then just have flash as that additive effect afterwards.
Awesome.
But, yeah, it's remarkably uncomplicated. Put it on top, off you go. It'll work with pretty much any camera brand. I'm not shooting TTL, so I'm not worried about anything like that. Stick it on top, right for more, left for less, I guess. But yeah, and then using the Browne flash to kind of diffuse the whole thing. And as I was saying before, this compacts down, absolutely tiny, and between the cactus, the trigger, and the round flash, I have a pretty good portable lighting solution to solve pretty much everything. It's pretty good. Right, I want your eyes just to come underneath the hat, so just bring the hat forward. In fact, take the hat off a minute, pull all of your hair back, and then put the hat back on, so it's just like a moody shot, just with your eyes just coming underneath the peak of the hat.
so you've got a real lot of control going on with this one, Dave.
Yeah, it's going to look really good. Just bring the peak down again a little bit more, twist the hat other way. There you go, lovely. Cool, love that. And that sun is perfect. Just put your feet on the same kind of thing. Love that. One more and we're good.
So Dave, I notice you're still shooting with your ND grads in.
Yes.
I don't want to interrupt, keep shooting, but
Okay,
by all means
cool.
talk as you go. I just noticed you're still using your ND grads.
Yeah, these grad filters, and when you see the pictures, you'll see a really nice kind of line that I've got going across. Basically, I can overexpose the skin a little bit more and keep all of the detail in the top. This is going to just help me with my editing, really.
Gotcha.
Cool, that's really nice, just looking this way. Just bring your eyes down a little bit. Bring it up a little bit, a bit more. Tilt the top of your head towards me, down a tiny bit. There you go, just there. That. perfect. Marvellous. Let's just do something standing up, just really, really quick. But this is perfect. I just want to see what else we get. Do you know what? Again, with you looking down, it's going to look lovely. Let's do that. Tilt the top of your head towards me so your hat's covering your eyes. That's it. Just bring your chin up a tiny bit. Okay. Love that. So we're going to kind of line this up as it would be a proper landscape image and then place a subject. That's great. And I'm starting to get these clouds in a little bit more now as well. That looks really good.
Histogram.
I've heard of them. Marvellous. Right, I think we should let Stephanie down before
Yeah, we
she
should
falls
before
down.
she falls off.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel to be notified each time we upload one of our cool photography videos, or for more great photo tips, workshops and training, come and see us at our website, photographycourses.biz.